So it's been a while since the last campaign analysis. I usually did it on YouTube as a pre-recorded video, and then I put it there. I decided to try something new. I have an interesting software to share live streaming, so we'll try this. And for this episode, I decided to do the analysis of a board game called Icaion. And this is a quite interesting case because it's part of a series, and they did some stuff that I want to show you. But before going there, I would like to let you know that the Game Crowdfunding course, the big one, the premium one, if you want, Game Crowdfunding from start to funded, it's actually complete now. There's over 40 lessons, over 40 video lessons where I go over everything from the very start of the campaign to shipping and delivery. So there are 5 modules. The first one is campaign research. The second one is campaign setup. Then we have what to do before launch, then what to do during the campaign, and what to do after the campaign. I'm also planning to add some extra lessons that I would like to publish over time, involving maybe even other teachers. So this is quite exciting. And if you're seeing this video before the end of Cyber Monday, I still have the early access prices up. They will change on December 2, so I'm not sure when you are going to be able to see this video. But if you are fast, you can still get in at those prices. And also another interesting thing is that I managed to get like some people doing beta testing of the course. I got suggestions. I improved some of the lessons that when things were unclear. So I'm very satisfied with the result. But as I mentioned, we are here to discuss Icaion, and to discuss Icaion. And now I can remove my face because you don't actually need to see it. All right, so I can make it small. Icaion is part of a series of games. The first one of which is this Mysthea over here, a board game. Then came Volfirion, which is a card game based in the same universe. Then we had the role-play game of Mysthea, made by J. Isle on, I imagine, the license of from the Mysthea guys. And the latest one to come is this Icaion. So what's interesting about Icaion? First of all, they are very high-end products. I will show you in a second. Let's see. I think this is the page with Icaion. Here it is. As you can see, like it was definitely successful in gathering its own funds. You get so many miniatures, and there's so much content into these boxes, but that's not unusual for board games nowadays. What's interesting here is that the games actually work together. You can connect Icaion with Mysthea through some kind of they call it Conflux kit. You buy that and everything. You basically get a third game that uses elements from both Icaion and Mysthea. And if I think there's also something that works with the card game, but I'm not 100% sure, so take it with a grain of salt. What I actually really wanted to show you, and I think it's something that I haven't seen before, beside the fact that you can put together the games, that's not maybe completely novel, but it's pretty cool. However, the most interesting thing that these guys did, it's this early bird offer. And it's curious because mentions of it have been completely removed from the page. However, I was there on day one. I didn't back this. I really wanted to, but in the end, I realized okay, maybe I might not have the right group of people to play this with, so I didn't back. But if you backed within the first 24 hours, you will get this special miniature that serves some purpose in the game. The interesting thing is that if you were a returning backer from any of the previous campaigns, I think the RPG probably wasn't included because it was made by another creator, pretty much. So if you were a returning backer, you would get instead the possibility to get this miniature no matter when you backed. So it was 24 hours for whoever backed for early birds, like normal early birds, and then they had this kind of permanent early bird reward that covered the whole span of the campaign. The only requisite was that you had to have backed one of the previous campaigns. This is something quite interesting because then it gives you a lot of incentive if you are a backer of the previous games, if you like the previous games, and then so you get the miniature, then you realize, okay, I can connect this game with the previous one and do something different. So here they actually explain what they did if you were a backer of Wolfirion and not Mysthea, which is the one that connects. But okay, let's not go into details because you would have to know the games to understand exactly what the rewards were. However, this is a very interesting technique that I haven't seen used before, and I thought it was a great idea to share with you. Clearly, these guys have been very successful. This is the RPG, which, as I mentioned, is maybe something a little bit disconnected, but still uses the same license. This is the card game. You can see that the goals were low and funding goal were high. And then the original Mysthea did extremely well. As I mentioned, I have been tempted to buy, especially this one, the first one, several times, but I always managed to resist. But maybe sooner or later I will actually collapse and get a copy. Anyway, very interesting technique. I think it's something that maybe you can copy in your next campaign. It's something you can take inspiration from. Once more, I want to remind you that Game Crowdfunding from start to funded, it's now actually available at the address you see over my head, academy.writingbull.com. And if you're fast, if you can see this video before the end of Cyber Monday, you still get early access prices. After that, it's gonna go to the normal price. And what you're gonna get, I can show you very quickly. Not only you're gonna get all these lessons, you're also gonna get some tools that will allow you to make calculation, very difficult calculation, almost automatically. But I want to show you, yeah, exactly here. Each one of these is a lesson, and almost all of them have a video. So there's really a lot of content related to creating a crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. I put a lot of work into this, so feel free to go find it. If you want to go straight to this course, you can also use the URL that you see on the screen right now. Okay, this is it. I'm trying to keep it short so we can do maybe a bit more of this campaign analysis in the next few weeks. Thank you for following, and whenever you're seeing this video, and until the next one. Bye.